Looking at this next problem, they want us to find x. If we look at x, x is right there. That one's x, this one's 56, that angle is 105, that angle is 63, and that angle is 81. And looking at this, it's an irregular polygon. We're going to go back to our rules. We've got exterior angles. We know they're exterior angles because they've extended the same side on every angle. So if we look at our rules for our interior angles, they tell us that the exterior angles are going to add up to be 360 degrees. So that means we're going to take the angle x plus the 56 degrees plus the 105 degrees plus 63 plus 81, and all of those angles are going to add up to be 360 degrees. So combine our like terms, 56 plus 105 plus 63 plus 81, and that's going to give us x plus 305 is going to be equal to 360. Subtract the 305 from both sides. So x is going to be equal to 55. So that angle right there is going to be 55 degrees. But whenever they give you these problems to do, they're not always going to be just numbers with one variable that you have to solve for. They could give you problems with expressions for each of the angles. The process isn't going to change from what we did here. We still have exterior angles, and our exterior angle theorem or rule says that all the angles are going to add up to be 360 degrees. So that means we can take our q plus 47 and then add it to the 2q minus 19 and add it to the 111 and the 107, and that's going to be equal to 360 degrees. So combine our like terms and we end up with 3q and 47 minus 19 plus 111 plus 107 gives us 246 is going to be equal to 360 degrees. Subtract the 246 from both sides, and then 3q is going to be equal to 114. Divide both sides by 3, and then q is going to be equal to 38 degrees. I don't think they, in the practice that you have for this one, I don't think they have you say what is the value of this whole entire angle, but if they do, you would just do 38 plus 47, and then that would tell you this angle right there would be 85 degrees. Looking at the next one, if the exterior angles of a regular polygon measure 45 degrees, how many sides does the polygon have? Well, if we have exterior angles of a regular polygon, we're going to have 360 degrees. If each of those angles is 45 degrees, we're going to divide by 45. And that's going to tell us that each side of the polygon has it's going to tell us that the polygon is going to have 8 sides. So you take the total number of degrees that you have, divide it by the degree of one of the angles, and that'll give you how many sides you're working with. Looking at the last example that I have for you, a triangle has exterior angle measures, one at each vertex, of 10x minus 25, 14x minus 49, and 7x. It wants to know what is the value for x. So this one is kind of the same idea as the others, it just doesn't have a picture to go with it. We're going to take those 3 angles that they give us, add them all up, and set them equal to 360. So we're going to have 10x minus 25 plus 14x minus 49 plus 7x equal to 360 degrees. So that leaves us with 31x And negative 25 minus 49 minus 74 is going to be equal to 360. So add 74 to both sides. (31x) is going to be equal to 434. Divide both sides by 31. And then x is going to be equal to 14. So this gives you a couple different examples of ways to solve for values with exterior angles. So these gave you, this one gave you exterior angles to solve values and then asked you to solve for one of the variables. This one just said, given a degree measure, how many sides does it have? And then looking at these, they said, well, here's our regular polygons, so find out what one of the angle measures is going to be. And then these were the general, do you know the definition of what an exterior angle is? And if you have all of the exterior angles for any polygon, do you know that it equals 360 degrees? If you have any questions, be sure to write them down on your paper and ask when you get to class.